Over the years, our family's had a share of health problems.
So prescriptions are a part of our life.
Before we went to the big box store.
We both thought it would help us save. But with the long lines and impersonal service, filling prescriptions became a chore. That's when a friend recommended D&H.
Now Tristan knows our prescriptions. Brenda always helps us find the right vitamins. And after Dad's fall, Monica's been a real expert with all our home medical needs. All without the lines.
Trust and service.
That's our D&H.
Good morning and welcome to Radio Friends on this Wednesday, July 13th. Isn't it hard to believe we're 13 days into July already? We got one topic today, and that's the Maplewood Barn Theater, and we have two guests from Maplewood Barn with us. Byron Scott sitting over on the other end. Good to have you here,
Good to
Byron.
see you again, Paul.
And Brian Goldstein. And Brian, you are the director of this production, which is?
Merchant of Venice. It opens this Friday at the Maplewood Barn, Nifong Park, and we're very excited for it.
Yeah, and Byron, the character that you are playing in this show is
Shylock,
Uh-huh.
the Jewish moneylender who wants a pound of flesh from Antonio, who has defaulted on his debt.
Oh.
He's our antagonist. He's our
Okay.
villain.
Well, that's not like being host of a global journalist, is it?
It's a little different.
which sitting in the same studio that you do global journalists,
That's
looking
right.
over there at the desk that you
that we use. That's
yeah.
right. That's
okay.
right. That's fun.
So the character that you play has nothing to do with Byron Scott, the global journalist host.
No, and that's
No.
part of what makes it so much fun.
Yeah. Tell us a little bit about your character.
Sure. Well, Shylock is generally regarded, I think, as one of Shakespeare's great villains. But Brian and I came to an agreement very early that he is not really a villain all the way through the show. He begins as an outsider, trying to get the friendship of the other Venetians, even doing so by making a deal that he thinks is maybe a kind of a joke. You know, if you don't pay, well, I know you're going to pay, but if you don't pay, a pound of flesh. And then, in between, his daughter runs off with a lover and takes diamonds and rubies. In between, here comes two Venetian merchants, one of whom, during one of his pleas for sympathy, spits upon him, and he breaks.
Yeah.
And then he is the villain Shylock, and the pound of flesh cut from near the heart of Antonio becomes very real.
Wow. Is that a difficult part to play emotionally?
Yes.
So how do you
Yes.
get yourself into character?
There is a rhythm to Shakespeare and to this production. Shylock talks in a rhythm that is different from the other characters, and once I get my voice into the rhythm, then that does come along. But I have to be not too mean early on and very villainous later, and that's and of course as a villain anyone who's read Merchant of Venice knows I get my comeuppance in the end.
Right.
Yeah.
I was just going to say, Shylock to me is not so much of a villain as he is the classic tragic hero. He pursues and gets ultimately everything he ever wanted, but the result is not what he imagined it to be.
Yeah.
And, it's an interesting play because everybody kind of knows the Shylock story, which is the tragedy part of it. And one thing that I didn't even realize until I saw my great cast of actors, Byron included, was how funny this play is. And I think people are going to be really surprised how light and bawdy and entertaining the whole of it is, because the Shylock arc really only takes 2-ish acts. And it's wrapped up by the middle of Act 4, and there are 5 acts. So I think people are going to be very surprised at how funny the show can be.
And a lot of people say, well, this is misclassified. This is not one of Shakespeare's comedies, really. But it really is.
Yeah.
There are many comic moments in it.
Okay. Well, people can decide for themselves.
Yes.
You open this Friday,
Right.
right?
Yes.
Friday,
This Friday, July 15th.
July 15th. What time?
It will be at 8 p.m. or sundown.
Yeah, 8 p.m. is the.
Okay.
Get there early. Bring a lawn chair.
Yeah.
Bring snacks.
All right, and enjoy yourself.
And enjoy yourself. Absolutely.
And what is happening? When is the groundbreaking for the new?
Oh, that's good. We will actually be the last show on the current Maplewood stage, because the groundbreaking for the new barn, which is, as you know, has just been approved by the City Council, will take place after the final performance of Merchant of Venice on July 31st. And there'll be more details coming.
So the groundbreaking will take place that evening?
Yes.
After the performance.
That's
so
correct.
that will be about 10 o'clock or 10:30 in the evening?
Right. Well, Mayor, it may be before or it may be during the intermission, but that I think the board is still deciding the details of that.
Okay.
Right.
Mayor
Then what
McDavid
happens
and other
once you have the
people will be here.
groundbreaking?
Well, then we'll start, not we personally, but contractors will begin on the new Maplewood barn, which we hope will be ready for our next season.
Yeah. All right. So if you want to see the Merchants of Venice, it opens this coming Friday.
Yes.
And it runs through?
3 weekends, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday through July 31st.
Yes.
Okay.
The
Is
end
there
of the
anything going on in August then?
Oh, yes.
What's
Yes.
going on in August?
Maplewood Barn will be doing their musical, Return to Forbidden Planet. It'll actually be out at the Stevens Lake Park amphitheater.
So this will be the last show that you do in the current location until next spring, when
that's
next
correct.
summer when you open up.
That's correct.
Okay.
And just as a note, the Maplewood Barn has released what their 2012 season will be. So everybody should check out their website.
Do you know what some of the shows are offhand?
I know Hamlet is going to be one of the shows.
Fiddler on the Roof.
Fiddler on the Roof is going to be one of the shows.
Wait Until Dark. And then an Alan Aykroyd play, whose name I can't recall.
And this will be on the new stage.
This will be on the new stage.
Well, in front of the brand new barn.
In front of the brand new barn, yeah.
All right. Hey, guys, thank you so much for coming by. I wish you the very best of luck. And don't forget the groundbreaking on the final performance, the final show.
July 31st.
July 31st, Merchants of Venice. And the time to be determined is when the board is going to
There'll be announcements about that. I think Mayor McDavid will have a shovel, and who else will have a shovel in their hands, I don't know. But you're certainly welcome to come, and she's such a long-term friend of the barn.
All right, thank you so much. We're out of time for today. Tomorrow, the Ronald McDonald House Charities, our topic. And did we say, how can people get, what's the phone number for ticket information?
We recommend they come to the website, which is www.maplewoodbarn.com.
Okay, or you can just show up at the box office that evening.
Bring your blankets and arms.
Yeah.
And lawn chairs.
Right, as long as there's a spot on the lawn there, you can watch the show.
Great evening under the stars.
Got it.
Nothing like it in Columbia.
Our show directed by Travis McMillen of the Reynolds Journalism Institute, Audio Pad Akers, KBIA. Our floor director is Andrew Roscoe, and our assistant producer and guest coordinator, Uncle James Mauser. To watch this program again or to see it, go to kbia.org, click on Radio Friends, sign up for a vodcast or podcast. Bye-bye.